The Nordic Drone Alliance marks a turning point in the evolution of European defense cooperation. In October 2025, Norway, Sweden, Finland, and Denmark announced a joint initiative to acquire, develop, and deploy a unified family of unmanned aerial systems. This move, born from years of fragmented efforts, signals the arrival of a coordinated northern front in the rapidly expanding drone warfare era. From the snow-covered forests of Lapland to the open waters of the Baltic, these countries are building an autonomous shield capable of intelligence, surveillance, and precision strike across one of the world's most volatile strategic corridors. The decision comes as no surprise. The Nordic region faces three converging pressures. First, Russian UAV incursions and electronic warfare probes near the Baltic and Arctic borders have multiplied since 2023, underscoring vulnerabilities in early warning and maritime monitoring. Second, the harsh environment of the high north has exposed the limits of imported drones. Battery degradation in freezing temperatures, weak satellite links, and navigation interference. Third, lessons from Ukraine have redefined the meaning of air power. Small, expendable drones can change the tempo of battle as decisively as aircraft once did. Together, these factors created a consensus among Nordic defense ministers that unmanned systems are now essential to total defense, the regional doctrine that fuses civilian and military resilience. At the industrial level, the alliance is a showcase of Nordic pragmatism. Each member brings a core strength. Sweden's Saab leads the technological side with its Skelder V200 rotary wing UAV, adapted for naval ISR and electronic support missions. Finland's Patria and subsidiary Robotic focus on medium-range fixed-wing drones, integrating them with artillery networks and ground sensors. Norway's Kongsberg and Nammo contribute communications and missile integration expertise, ensuring that the new drones can relay target data directly to NASAMS air defense batteries. Denmark, the maritime outpost of the group, expands its MQ-9B Sea Guardian fleet for long-range Arctic patrols and coastal reconnaissance. Collectively, they are building a layered ecosystem, from tactical quadcopters to strategic ISR platforms, under a single procurement framework. One striking principle defines the alliance: only combat-proven technology will be accepted. The Nordic generals have openly stated that every system must demonstrate effectiveness in Ukraine before being fielded in the north. This policy filters out untested prototypes and aligns procurement with wartime realities, ensuring survivability against jamming, kinetic threats, and GPS denial. It also accelerates cross-learning with Ukrainian and Polish defense industries, which have gained unmatched battlefield experience. In effect, the Nordic Drone Alliance is outsourcing its R&D validation to the Ukrainian front, shortening its innovation cycle without exposing its own forces to early-stage risk. Operationally, the alliance is organized around a digital backbone called the Nordic UAV Network Hub, located in Enköping, Sweden, the same city hosting NATO's new logistics command. This hub integrates drone feeds via Link 16 and encrypted cloud servers, allowing real-time intelligence sharing among the four air forces. Finland provides AI-based image recognition and route planning algorithms. Norway contributes secure satellite channels through its Arctic comms constellation. Sweden handles electronic warfare resistance and autonomous navigation. And Denmark ensures maritime data fusion across the Baltic approaches. What emerges is not a fleet of individual drones, but a distributed sensor web capable of acting as one cohesive force. The alliance is, in essence, creating drone sovereignty, the ability to generate and interpret its own aerial intelligence without dependence on the United States or Israel. In the broader doctrine of Total Defense 2.0, drones are becoming both sensors and weapons of societal resilience. Civilian volunteers in Finland and Sweden are now trained as drone reserve units, equipped with commercial UAVs ready to assist reconnaissance or logistics in crisis. The same pattern appeared in Ukraine's early defense, and Nordic planners have institutionalized it. At the tactical level, battalion-level UAVs will feed data directly to artillery systems such as Finland's K9 Vidar and Sweden's Archer 155mm, closing the sensor-to-shooter loop in seconds. Field trials in Lapland are already testing AI-controlled swarm drones, programmed to coordinate autonomously under magnetic disturbances and heavy snow, conditions unique to the Northern Theater. Yet behind the cooperation lies a quieter geopolitical layer, the shadow of China. The Nordic states have learned from past dependence on Chinese components in commercial drones, particularly DJI electronics and LiDAR sensors. The alliance now mandates a clean drone supply chain, eliminating Chinese parts from military platforms. Saab and Kongsberg are sourcing semiconductors from Japan and Taiwan, while Finland invests in domestic battery production to reduce vulnerability to Chinese rare earth exports. This decoupling is not overtly anti-China, but strategically cautious, a hedge to prevent Beijing from influencing critical defense technologies as it once did with European 5G networks. The undercurrent of the Nordic drone program is therefore technological sovereignty as much as military deterrence. Economically, the alliance could reshape the region's defense landscape. Analysts estimate that by 2030, the four nations will field over 120 long-range ISR drones and more than 500 armed or tactical systems. 7 new assembly lines are planned, creating roughly 5,000 jobs and consolidating Nordic aerospace manufacturing. Export potential is already being discussed. The Baltic states, Poland, and Ukraine have expressed interest in joint maintenance or production, turning the alliance into a de facto northern pillar of Europe's drone economy. For the first time since the Cold War, the Nordics are not just buyers of security, they are suppliers. Strategically, the implications are profound. The Nordic Drone Alliance complements NATO's Joint Expeditionary Force by providing persistent eyes and electronic coverage over the Arctic-Baltic corridor. In wartime, these drones could neutralize Russia's traditional advantage in submarines and surface-to-air missiles by denying surprise and saturating early warning radars. In peacetime, they strengthen deterrence through visibility, showing that every move in the Baltic can be recorded, analyzed, and countered. The message is quiet, but unmistakable. The North is watching. In the coming decade, this networked aerial shield may extend even further. Integration with undersea sensors, satellite constellations, and ground-based radars could create a true multi-domain awareness grid. If successful, it would transform Scandinavia from a geopolitical periphery into the nerve center of European situational awareness. As Russia entrenches in the Arctic and China eyes the northern sea route, such awareness becomes not merely tactical, but existential. Ultimately, the Nordic Drone Alliance is more than a procurement program. It is a declaration of independence in the age of autonomous warfare. Where earlier generations built tanks and ships to defend borders, this generation builds data and algorithms to defend reality itself. Each drone launched from a frozen runway is a signal that small nations, united by trust and technology, can redefine security on their own terms. In the cold air above the Baltic, sovereignty now has wings.